We're on the battlegrounds of a lumberjack competition here in Dixville, New Hampshire, actually the Balsams Grand Resort. And we're at the turn, as they say in golf, halfway through the lumberjack competition of a world-class field of competitors. Just before the underhand chop, we had a chance to talk to Peg Engasser about some of the more technical aspects of the underhand chop.
I drew my lines on where I want to hit, and right now I'm just putting a mark to help me get the spread of the axe top and bottom, because when I hit, I'm going to hit one high hit and one low hit. So that horizontal hash mark helps me to get that distance, spread correct.
Now I see usually people talk about having a strong side and a chip side. Which is your strong side, and how do you draw your lines accordingly?
This right side, I'm right-handed, so my right side is my drive side. So that's offset a little bit from my chip side over here. This is a slightly steeper angle. So all it has to do is clear the chip, whereas my power is really going to come on this side. I mean, you certainly want to hit just as hard over here, but I'm a little bit stronger on this side, so that's where I'll drive through. And the idea is that eventually you get to the middle of the block, you don't have to cut out all of the block, you can break some of it.
Good bit of advice there from Peg. Probably wondering, looking at that close-up there, seeing her sneakers hanging out, saying, wow, how are you going to swing an axe with your sneakers there? But a lot of people actually wear chainmail underneath those sneakers. They're actually called volleys in Australia, but they give you a lot better grip of the log.
They want to feel the log and the wood underneath their feet so they can actually wrap their toes around the log, like Paul Woodland and Jerry Gingras here in the first heat underhand chop. Both guys into the wood. Logs look pretty good, but Jerry's axe not sinking quite like it should.
Actually, it all comes down to choosing the right axe, as we said before, for the right wood. You see Jerry's axe here actually bouncing out of the wood, so you got to wonder if he actually made the right choice for his axe or not. It's probably ground a lot differently at the edge, and it's not sinking at all.
Both guys on their backside, and then a miss hit there by Jerry Gingras as he's on his backside, having a hard time making any hay. Paul Woodland's going to win this heat with a time of 28.16.
Yeah, so Jerry, despite a tough axe here, he's beating through the last little bit of it, and he's off.
Jerry, it's the old running the show and chopping in the show at the same time. How much energy does that take from you?
Yeah, it takes probably more mental abuse than anything. It's hard trying to get focused. During the countdown, you kind of try to take a deep breath, get it together, and get the job done.
You're looking at your chop afterwards and kind of analyzing it. What did you see that you could have done better?
I saw that my drive side, my opening side, was pretty well. I started to give up a little wood on my chip side, hit a little too straight in, couldn't clear the wood good.
Yeah, and the other thing Jerry's going to be upset about when he looks at that block a little closer is all the little steps on that chop. He wasted a lot of energy on mishits.
Time to beat 28.16 set by Paul Woodland, taking him on. Mike Slingerland taking on young Ben Cumberland.
That's right, Ben's here with us, only 16 years old. He's the youngest competitor here today. But man, when the best in the world are here only a couple hours away, you might as well come down and learn from the best.
Oh, glancing blow there by Slingerland, but you say his log's got to be good there.
Actually, see the big knots on both sides underneath his feet? Those are big limbs. The wood between big limbs like that are really soft. He's got a beautiful block.
Both guys on their backside. Ben had a hard time with his balance. Slingerland up ahead of him, but Ben's keeping the pace, that's for sure.
Yep, Mike taking advantage of this beautiful block. He's going to drive here in a couple of strokes. There it is.
Slingerland lowers the time to beat that 23.41.
And Benjamin still doing a great job, not too far behind.
I'm hearing you talking to your buddy there, Jamie, about no slope. Just explain to the audience what that means.
Well, some wood, the more angle you put on the axe, the more you're going with the grain, the better your penetration. Other wood, you can get away with hitting a little straighter and taking the shortest line in the middle. Seems like this wood wants to angle.
So is that something you can prepare for, or is that just something that you find out when you open up the wood?
Well, you should watch the other competitors ahead of you. On this particular instance, it had more to do with me missing my lines. We were making fun of my son earlier for missing some of his hits. I did it worse than he did.
Yeah, so Mike makes a really good point here about those miss hits in the block. That means you're wasting energy. So to this point in time, a lot of these guys have done that. There's room to improve the chops, hit your lines a lot better, and lower this time.
23.41 is Slingerland's time. It's time to beat Lambert and Duperre from Quebec coming up next, and 4 good choppers to follow them. That time's going to fall for sure.
That's right. These guys obviously known for their prowess at the saw events, but both are good choppers as well.
Nice, clean, soft wood there. Don a little bit sloppy, but he's on his backside already.
He's got a really punkin' block. It means it's really soft, and he is making errors, but the block is so soft it's just falling apart on him. He may get away with it here.
And Don Lambert lowers the time to beat with 17.80. I'm going to call that a sloppy good time. The wood is nice and soft, but it seems that your lines weren't that good on that chop.
I doubted the wood a little bit was a little bit firmer than expected, but it is white. It makes me up a little bit in my lining, but according to the wood, if you not really well placed your hit, sometimes it's give kind of good results.
Great view from the chopper here, but the choppers we're talking about are underhand choppers. Donald Lambert got really excited with that beautiful block. He clocks in with 17.8. He's in first place to this point.